We have one another word problem related to subtraction or addition of fractions. In this problem, we have Sam's house is 9 or 10 kilometers from his school. So the distance between the house and the school is 9 or 10 kilometers. He walked some distance and then took a bus for 1 or 2 kilometers to reach the school. So Sam walked some distance from his house and then took a bus for this kilometers, okay, and he reached the school. How far did he walk? So let's say that suppose that at this position was his house, and this distance this distance is school. If this distance is school, and let's say that let's say somewhere here is that when he took the bus, he walked this distance. So the total distance between house and the school, the total distance between house and the school is 9 or 10 kilometer. He walked this distance, okay, and from this position he took the bus and traveled this distance of 1 by 2. Sorry, I'll just move it here. This distance of 1 over 2 kilometer, and this is our school. So 9 over 10 kilometer is the distance between the house and the school. This distance was traveled by him, and you have to find what is that distance, what's the distance that he traveled, and this is the distance he traveled through the bus. This is by walking, and this is through using bus. So now clearly you can see that this is also going to be it's most probably whatever answer you will get will be in the terms of fraction only. And from here to here, it's 9 over 10, it's a fraction. From here to here, you have 1 over 2, that is also a fraction. So if we solve in this way, like if this is the fraction that we, or the whatever number is here, we have to find out that what distance did he travel. Okay, so if this is the distance that he traveled by walking, and plus this half, this distance half is equal to this 9 over 10, right? That makes sense. Total distance is 9 over 10, and this is the distance by walking, this is the distance by through the bus. Now I have said several times, and let's learn it, that whenever you are dealing with the arithmetic operations of fractions, let's say addition, subtraction, or whatever, and when you are comparing, always try to deal with the like fractions. And yes, we deal with the like fractions only then. If we are given unlike fractions, then we make them like fractions, so that our arithmetic operation becomes easier. In this case, you can clearly see that whatever you are getting, the addition of two fractions is coming as 9 over 10. Okay, forget the numerator, just focus on the denominator. In the denominator we have 10. So can we make these fractions as like fractions so that their denominator is equal to this 10, right? So to do that, if I find the equivalent fraction of this one having its denominator as 10, so this will be what? If I multiply 2 with 5, then of course the equivalent fraction that I will get for 1 over 2 will have denominator as 10 and multiply numerator as 5. So this will give you what? This will give you 5 over 10. Why we are doing this? Because we want to deal with like fractions, and those like fractions should have the denominator equal to this one. That is the final fraction that you are going to get. Okay, so we have converted this particular fraction into its equivalent fraction having denominator as 10, and we will assume that this fraction is some, say, a over 10. That is, these two fractions, we have converted this fraction into a equivalent fraction having denominator as 10, and we are assuming that this is a fraction that is like fraction to this one. Therefore, it means that it will have its denominator as 10, and a can be any arbitrary number, and that we have to find out. So if this is a over 10, we are assuming it, plus we have converted this as 5 over 10, so this will be what? 9 over 10. Now, if you do it like this, when you add two like fractions, then simply you just write the denominators, and then a plus 5 should be equal to what? 9 over 10. Now, what number should a be such that if you add that number to 5, you'll get 9, because the denominator is same, right? So clearly, if I make a as 4, a is 4, and if we add 4 to 5, we'll get 9. Therefore, a is going to be equal to 4, and therefore our fraction that we suppose here is going to be what? 4 over 10. And if you want to further simplify it, you have to find what? Highest common factor of 4 and 10. If you will find the highest common factor of 4 and 10, so if you have to find the highest common factor of 4 and 10, it will be what? 2 times 2 and 2, 1 here, then 10, so 2, 5 and 1. So this is 2 times 2, this is 2 times 5. Clearly we have only 2 as common, right? So only one 2 is common, therefore highest common factor is 2. So if highest common factor is 2, we'll simply divide both these, the numerator with 2. If you divide 4 with 2, you'll get 2, and then if you divide 10 with 2, we'll get 5. So this is the simplified form. Both these answers are correct. This is 4 over 10, that when you solve using a over 10, and if I further simplify it, finding the highest common factor and then dividing both the numerator and denominator to make it simplified, that's the way we do the simplification of fractions, you'll get 2 over 5. So both these two answers may mean the same thing, and therefore this is the answer.